Galio. I think this is a masterclass pick here for Yehu. It's a pick that he's played a few times. I think definitely has the ability to carry on. And both have monikers that have the list at the end of them to dictate their ability to analyze, although one of them
Yehu is Galio L2, so he doesn't even have to take any risk. He can just sit in mid lane, wait. He doesn't have to face check anything, and he can just press ult when it's time. As now TP is coming in, Nocturne ult utilized. That's the knockup with the Lulu and the Nocturne. And there's the Galio ult from Yehu. But now the counter engage is coming in. The first blood goes to Kaisa, because now Teddy in a bunch of trouble. He has to run away, gets cast and flagged to death by the Jarvan. And DNF respond excellently to the setup here of DRX on the Grubs.
Berserker here, chased down by Rich, but he won't be able to do anything. He cannot follow further. Nocturne. Then maybe you could be like, oh, they play through that. You know, maybe the Silas steals an ultimate and Yehu joins as well, and they start bullying Dudu. Instead,
what's going on up here? Rich, yeah, he thought he was safe with his Nocturne hanging around. The second he backs, they go in, and Dudu kind of just sets it up.
Some lack of judgment is playing through the Sivir, Prio, and push, and Teddy getting big. That's the only way. And it's going to require getting some sort of objective to buy time. Is here we go.
This is one way to maybe do it. Caught Galio is going to be feared up, but is pretty fast with the phase rush. He gets over to Pilsik, and Pilsik is just here to essentially say, get away from my friends.
And this is why I'm saying it's a little bit hard to Nocturne ult anybody in this game. I am as well, as it is Hextech Soul again, and this is not favorable.
Yeah, I mean, Bulldog's just outplaying him. Yeah, who's just not hitting anything.
And like, he's on a 1v1, by the way.
Oohs and ahs from the crowd. The flash comes out, but the Cataclysm is there. Yehu with the Kingslayer staying alive. Do they have the damage? Is really the only question, and they do. Absolutely. As Pilsik comes over, and they secure themselves a kill.
With these DRX comps, and DRX are going to start this up and try to be the first one to catch that engage.
Yeah, I mean, Pilsik's standing right here. Nobody's really doing anything. There's the Cataclysm on a Teddy, but the counter with the Paranoia, and the Redemption does come in. The Cask hits that backline, but it's just looking like a bit of a Galio fest in here as the stolen Galio ultimate. Berserker's in a lot of trouble. The smite does go to DRX, but Yehu does get taken out. A very close fight at this point. Big taunt at the very end, but there it is, the kill from Pilsik. He finds his timing after Bulldog sets it up perfectly. And yes, DRX did get the Drake, but DNF get another. I'm a believer.
You know, Pilsik is here to say no ifs, ands, or buts, but here comes the engage with the Lulu ult.
Yeah, going in onto the Nico. Again, not the best target, but it's going to work. They're going to get Quantum.
If no one else is there, I guess eventually they get him.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe is the best target. I think actually the Nico maybe an easier target even than the Kaisa.
And they can actually TP the Silas in. He gets the turret and will be able to join the fight. Contesting Otacon is going to be a big challenge here for DNF, but I think that DRX should look to reset and actually look for a better target before they actually commit to the Otacon itself, as Bulldog also has TP and ult. And in fact, he's just going to try to push mid. And as Yehu comes here, it looks like we're just peeling off entirely and we'll completely reset. So DRX got the gold from the kill onto Quantum, but didn't really gain anything else. They wanted much more, and in fact, it's DNF.
It looks gone. I mean, Sponge is thinking about it, but you can see he's very hesitant. Now they're pushing in as a team, but they see the health bar, and they're like, oh, we gotta get out. Nope, 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 we're done with this. And that's an Otacon given over for free, essentially, over to DNF. They want to take a fight. They're just diving here as Rich is blown to smithereens, and now we got Sponge jumping straight into the Galio and just dying. DNF are smothering this team, and it's not even close. 11-3, 12-3. As DNF take a huge fight after the Otacon. This is different from some of their other leads that they've had that have been like extreme late game. You know, they're pushing in. It's 40
that last throw. Like this time they have a comp that's pretty basic, straightforward. It hard engages, it kills.
All right, finding it. Quantum sets it up. Rich gonna take a bunch of damage. Now the Nocturne ultimate comes in. Pilsik taking a bunch of damage himself, but it doesn't quite matter as Teddy frontlining just dies. And that will be
sort of used there in the attempted defense. Dragon goes over here for free. They
now
do
they've
not
got the ward down, which they had the pick cleared before, but now the ward is there. So DNF got to be careful.
I mean, they get Paranoia in. This is actually a bit scarier than it should be.
It's just like full vision on the objective. So, meanwhile, we got Teddy just by himself as in goes Sponge, but trying to flash, trying to get the smite down is not going to happen. The wallets are just too big. DNF are getting it done. Teddy just died by himself on the bottom side to do.
They just could not get access. They wanted across multiple games. It might be Pioshik, to be honest. Like, his synergy with Berserker in the first game, but I don't know, man. With Berserker having this Kai'Sa performance, plus the fact that he just made Yunar look incredibly broken and untouchable, yeah, I just Chunchuniheo, like, play it slow or something like that. I don't know.
Because it's like 12,500 gold and they're worried, maybe. Honestly, that's fair. But again, this is a very different feel. A very different vibe, even, to the game that they...
Accented in? Maybe they're flipping an exclamation mark.
All right, going on in. Only going to catch the Nocturne here, but the cask is huge. And I think the Wallets have just got the job done here, as it's not the cleanest dive due to actually getting pretty low. Teddy running around a little bit. They got to be careful, but the flash on in, and that is why you pick Jarvan into Sivir, because she cannot run away. And down he will go. Teddy, the last hope of this team here, DRX, look to be the second team to fall to DNF here at the LCK 2025. And DNF, after months of losing, it looks like they have finally figured it out. They have finally been able to put it together and get a victory here once again.
Quantum looks relieved. He steps in. He steps up.